Welcome to the Rum Revival. My name's Arminder. So we're in the midst of the holiday shopping season, so I thought I'd put together a list of rum-related ideas and gifts that would be perfect not only for the rum lovers in your life, but also those that might become rum lovers with the right gift. And of course, lastly for yourself, because hey, you're worth it. So I'll include links to as many of these selections as possible in the description in this video, but I am way too lazy right now to create any sort of affiliate links. However, I might do that in the future, who knows, but I'll make it very clear in the description if any of those links are affiliate links. Now, recently I made an appearance on the Make and Drink YouTube channel. If you're not familiar, Derek over there makes the best looking cocktail videos on YouTube, and he asked me to come on by and share 5 sipping rums that I'd recommend as gifts. So if you're interested in seeing what my 5 picks are, check out the video and make sure to like and subscribe to his channel. But do all that after you finish watching this video. Now, I won't reveal what my 5 picks are from that video, but I will add to that list with a couple of additional bottles that I think make for great gifts. So the first one is probably the best stocking stuffer you can give any rum fan, and that's a flask of Rumfire. If you're not familiar, Rumfire is an unaged, overproof Jamaican rum from Hampden Estate. It's a big, bold rum drenched in notes of Technicolor overripe tropical fruits, and even a little bit of Rumfire turns any drink into an instant tropical vacation. Sure, you could buy a standard 750 milliliter bottle of Rumfire. It's only like $30, but I think giving someone this 200 milliliter flask that's only like $10, what you're really giving that person is the gift of taking Rumfire wherever they go. The freedom to enjoy a little bit of funk wherever they might be. This is perfect if you're going camping, on a hike, or if you're pre-gaming in a parking lot. This year, give the gift of Rumfire. Next up, why just get someone 1 rum when you can actually get them 3? Get them the Rum Jam Atelier series. Now this consists of 3 cocktail-focused aged cane juice rums that have different flavor profiles thanks primarily to the varying cask treatments and cask types used to age these rums. Pardon my French here as I butcher the names of these rums here. We got the Jardin Fruit, which has this big fruit flavor profile, the Epi Creoles, which is big on the spice, and the Fumée Volcanique, which is heavy on the smoke. Now these are all very playful rums that are delicious in daiquiris, rum old fashions, and all manner of other cocktails. Now right now, these are not available everywhere in the US. So far, only a few select stores in California have them. However, one of them actually ships to the lower 48 states, and that's Mixing Glass and Market in Costa Mesa. What I'll do is include a link to their page where they're selling these 3 in a boxed 3-pack. Now, the limited nature of these rums is like half the reason why I'm recommending these, because they're so new to the market that the rum lover in your life either doesn't have them yet or doesn't even know that they exist. So I think that will make for a pretty impressive present. Now, depending on when you are watching this, I can't really guarantee that these will still be in stock at Mixing Glass and Market, but at some point early next year, they should be available throughout the whole country. If you're looking for a rum for the super rum nerd in your life, why just get them 3 rums when you can get them 8? Get them the coolest and nerdiest rum thing out there. Get them the Hampden 8 Marks collection. This set includes all 8 of the marks or unaged distillates that Hampden Estate makes. It's priced around $150 and comes with 8 200 milliliter bottles. Now this is a tasting kit that includes some of the most iconic and coveted Jamaican rums out there. And it provides a deep dive into how Hampden does things thanks to this sheet here that has all sorts of information. There's nothing quite like this in the rum world, and I promise you, the rum nerd in your life will absolutely love it and totally geek out over it. Now I have a whole video that you can check out right over here where I did a deep dive into this set. I tried all 8 of the marks, gave some tasting notes, and talked about Hampden's production process. It'll give you a real good sense what this whole set is about. Moving on, if you're not sure exactly which bottles to buy someone, well, let someone else decide for you by signing up your loved one for a rum subscription or Rum Club. Your local boutique and independent bottle shops in your area might offer a subscription service where they ship out a curated selection of rums on a monthly or quarterly basis. Now, in many cases, some of the rums that they offer might be single barrel selections that are only available from that retailer. Now, if you happen to live in California, definitely check out Bitters and Bottles. They have a great club with tons of single barrel selections, and they'll ship to any part of the state. If you don't live in California, or if you don't have a bottle shop in your area that offers something like this, Well, there are a couple of online-only rum subscription services on the internet, but frankly, I can't really speak to the quality of those programs or the rums that they select. So instead, KoHana from the island of Oahu in Hawaii have you covered because they have their OHana Rum Club where they'll ship out 3 new bottles each quarter. And they make fantastic cane juice rums from the 34 cane varietals that they grow on their farms. Now each release includes 1 unaged rum and then 2 aged rums. Now it is on the pricier side, but I think you are absolutely getting amazing rum in exchange. So I really think subscribing someone up for a rum club is a really fun gift, as it's the gift that keeps on giving. Until you decide to stop paying for it, in which case, yeah, at that point the party's over. Now moving on, when it comes to gifting someone a bottle of rum, what I like to do is include a couple of additional ingredients and turn it into a cocktail kit. This is especially great if they're not really into sipping rums, and who doesn't like a great cocktail? Let's start off with a Mai Tai. Folks love the idea of being able to make a Mai Tai at home, but most of the time they're working off a recipe that's like a god-awful mixture of pineapple juice and light and dark rum. Now, even if you were to give them the recipe for a 1944 Mai Tai, there's a good chance that they're gonna bounce right off it the moment they read the word Orgeat, if they can even pronounce it. So make sure your loved ones are drinking actual decent Mai Tais by buying them the things that they need to make one. For an affordable Jamaican rum, check out Appleton's Signature or Rum Bar Gold. If you're looking for a more pricier option, then check out Appleton 12-year. It has this mix of light fruit and baking spices and a good amount of oak. It's great to sip on and fantastic in a Mai Tai. Now that we've picked our bottle of rum, let's add a bottle of Orgeat to it, or almond syrup. There are a lot of great brands out there. I particularly like Liber Co, particularly like the small size as a gift, but there are a lot of great brands, BG Reynolds, Liquid Alchemist, Orgeat Works. For the Curacao, I personally like the Clement Creole Shrub. It's this real lively mix of rum, spices, and orange, but there are a ton of other options out there. Now, if you're buying someone a cane juice rum, whether aged or unaged, why not also give them a bottle of cane syrup as well as a swizzle stick so they can make a tea punch. A tea punch is a classic way of enjoying a rum agricole. Just a small lime wheel, a little bit of sugarcane syrup, you add your rum, and then you give it a good swizzle, and you're good to go. Now these swizzle sticks are made from legit wood and are used traditionally in Martinique for mixing and swizzling cocktails. You can find these on Cocktail Kingdom. And if the whole idea of using wood kind of freaks you out, there are some metal options as well that I found on the internet. This sucker is pretty heavy, but it does a pretty good job. I mean, it's the same idea, and you can actually even use it as a muddler. Now when it comes to the sugarcane syrup, you could obviously make your own, but then the kit would feel a little incomplete, so I like including a bottle. Now in terms of brands, this is the Petite Cane brand. This is pretty widely available, but also Rum GM and Clement have their own branded cane syrup. And you don't really need to buy someone this much. This is kind of excessive. Get them something smaller. When it comes to an aged rum agricole bottle for a tea punch, my affordable recommendation is actually in the video with Derek. It's the second pick, so go check that out. But I will give you a hint. The second word of the brand name starts with the letter J and ends with the letter M, and there might be a period in between the two. Now, if you're looking for a little bit more of a pricier option for aged rum agricole for your tea punch, then you really cannot beat Nissan Elevée Sous Bois. It's aged very lightly in French oak and is just a phenomenal rum. When it comes to gifting someone an unaged rum agricole or cane juice rum, I wouldn't necessarily give that to someone who's new to rum. Those green, grassy notes aren't always newcomer friendly. I'd stick to an aged agricole. However, if you're going to be gifting a bottle to someone who's already a fan of agricoles, well, chances are they are probably already familiar with and have a couple of bottles from brands like Rum JM and Clement, the big players in the Martinique rum scene. So instead, gift them a cane juice rum from outside of Martinique. For something that's a bit more closer to the Martinique flavor profile, check out Pierre Labat from Guadeloupe. Now this has some beautiful notes of apple and cucumber and some brininess. Or instead of a rum agricole, how about a charanda from Mexico? This is Charanda Uruapan Blanco. Now this is a mix of cane juice and molasses. It's got this really nice core of cane juice sweetness to it, balanced by notes of ash and charcoal. Both of these make fantastic tea punches. If you're buying someone an aged molasses-based rum, then get a few more ingredients and turn it into a rum old-fashioned kit. You'll need a bottle of a Demerara syrup for a sweetener. Demerara sugar has this really nice earthy molasses flavor that pairs so well with rum. I personally like Liber Co's Demerara gum syrup as it adds some nice body to the drink, but honestly most other Demerara syrups that are available are pretty good. Now the second ingredient is bitters, and the thing is everyone has a bottle of Angostura bitters somewhere in their pantry, including the person that you're shopping for. So why not instead change it up and buy them a different brand of aromatic bitters? Personally, I love Scrappy Bitters. They're a cool company that makes some really great bitters. Their aromatic bitters, fantastic. Now, it's less likely that the person you're shopping for has a bottle of this, so they'll actually appreciate this as a gift. Now, if you want to lean into the whole tiki thing, then check out Bitterman's Tiki Bitters. This has got some notes of cinnamon and allspice, and it really kind of enlivens the drink that it's in. So we have our bitters and our bottle of Demerara syrup. Now we need some rum. Now, if you're looking for a recommendation for a good bottle for a rum old fashioned, you really can't go wrong with either Chairman's Reserve Original or the Legacy. Now, the original is around $25, and I believe the Legacy is about $40. Both are great sipping rums, but they also are fantastic in a rum old fashioned. And the great thing about them is that they're not just trying to emulate like whiskey or bourbon flavor profiles. They really have this kind of unique rummy note that they add to the old fashioned. Now, if you're looking to spend a little bit more money, check out something like RL Seal 12 Year from Foursquare Rum Distillery in Barbados, or Mount Gay XO if you're looking for something that's a little bit more widely available. Now, if you really want to deck out your rum old fashioned kit, consider tossing in some glass. One option would be a nice bitters bottle from Cocktail Kingdom. See, the reality is that over time, your regular old bitters bottles get all like janky and stained. And like I just stained my desk right here. That's awesome. And my fingers. Just wipe that on the bottle there. Yeah, see, this is why you need one of these, so something like that doesn't happen. Plus, it looks really cool and it makes you feel like you're some sort of fancy bartender when you're not. Or you might be looking to add a nice rocks or double old-fashioned glass to include in the kit. I personally like something that's a little kind of smaller. I know there's a tendency to kind of bigger double old-fashioned, double rocks glasses that are kind of like really large and all that. Personally, I don't really like those. For some reason, they just, I don't know, seem a little too aggressive. I like something that's a little smaller. This is like a 6-ounce rocks glass from Cocktail Kingdom. Whether it's an old fashioned out of this or just sipping rum out of it neat, I don't know. I just like how dainty it is and how it makes me feel very cute. Now, obviously drinking rum and drinking cocktails is a great thing to do, but you can't really do that 24/7. At least you shouldn't be doing that. So sometimes you need to look at other options to get your rum fix. And for that, I'm going to be recommending some books. My first and probably strongest recommendation would be Modern Caribbean Rum by Matt Pietrek. Honestly, the majority of what I know comes from Matt's research and writings over the years. And this book is the distillation of all his years of efforts of demystifying rum, the rum industry, and its production. The book starts off with a breakdown of what exactly rum is, its history, how we tend to classify it, and very importantly, the many misconceptions around it. From there, the book moves on into how rum is made, covering everything from sugarcane, fermentation, distillation, aging, and blending. All of that, though, is just a prelude to the heart of this book. The last 2/3 is focused on in-depth profiles of over 70 distilleries in the Caribbean. Now, don't let the size intimidate you. Looking at it, it might seem like a stuffy reference book, but it's far more breezier and engaging of a read than you would think. And what really brings it to life are the numerous pictures throughout that really kind of transport you to the locations of the distilleries and the estates. It really is almost as good as actually visiting them. Almost. Honestly, you should just buy this book and you'll never have to watch one of my videos ever again. Don't do that, please watch my videos. Now, if you want a smaller and lighter read on rum, then check out And a Bottle of Rum by Wayne Curtis. Where Modern Caribbean Rum is much more of a referencey resource book, this reads much more as an engaging narrative of rum through particular chapters in its history, both in the Caribbean and in America. Now, there's plenty of actual detail in here and facts, but it's written in much more of a kind of real engaging conversational style. It covers things like the slave trade, pirates, colonial America, the temperance movement, Hemingway, the birth of the Tiki scene, and it really masterfully weaves rum into all those moments of history. In terms of cocktail books, everyone and their mom obviously has a copy of Smuggler's Cove, so I'm not going to include that on this list, but instead I'm going to include 2 books that I think are a bit more modern in their approach to tiki and tropical and rum drinks. We've got Tropical Standard by Garrett Richard and Ben Schaefer, and then Tiki Modern Tropical Cocktails by Shannon Mustipher. Both of these books offer modern variations on a lot of standard tiki cocktails that we all know and love, and the original cocktails in here are fantastic. What I love about Shannon's book is that she includes for a lot of these recipes some really unique ingredients that you wouldn't immediately kind of think to use when it comes to tiki. Now there are two cocktails in here that I absolutely love. The Port-au-Prince, which uses Clarenceau juice, and then the Rum Firewalker, which is actually a recipe from Jason Alexander of Devilsry. Honestly, this one is a bit more advanced in some of its techniques like acid adjusting, but honestly, they aren't that complicated. So with that in mind, I'd probably recommend this for someone in your life who maybe has already gone through the Smuggler's Cove book a bunch and made all of the drinks there and fancy themselves kind of like a home bartender. This will really kind of up their game. And also there's a frozen strawberry daiquiri recipe in here that I absolutely adore. Both of these kind of really push the scope of what is possible when it comes to rum and tiki cocktails. So totally check these out if you've got any kind of interest in really kind of taking rum to the next level when it comes to cocktails, or if you just want like a pretty book to look at. All right, last suggestion here. Now, what if you're not ready to commit to like a quarterly rum subscription, or you're not sure what kind of cocktails they like, or you're not sure what kind of one bottle to get that person? Maybe that person has like a really big rum collection and you're not sure what bottles they have or they do not have. No worries, honestly, just buy them a gift card to a local bottle shop. Honestly, I would much rather you give me a gift card instead of buying me something that I already have or something that I know I don't really like. But now I have to pretend like I am so excited that you bought me this. Oh, wow, yeah, thanks so much. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting to try this for so long. Yeah, just buy me the gift card. There you go, those are some of my ideas for gifts for the rum lovers or soon-to-be rum lovers in your life. Or honestly, just screw them and just buy all the stuff for yourself. Are there any specific rum bottles that you think would make for great gifts? Are there any items that I forgot that you would think would really wow the rum nerd in your life? Leave a comment below and let the folks know. And lastly, make sure to check out my appearance on the Make and Drink channel. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you next time. Cheers.